What's up, everyone? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Shaak Ti from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. So Hasbro has been killing it with the prequel Jedi. I mean, Ki-Adi-Mundi was one of my favorite figures from 2024. I think Luminara Unduli looks great. I'll be reviewing her very soon. But Shaak Ti just looks amazing, and there's a lot more prequel Jedi that they can do, so I hope they continue. And of course, Shaak Ti comes in this box. Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see the figure. She comes with her lightsaber. Over here we have Shaak Ti. She's number 8 in the Attack of the Clones line. And down here we have Star Wars Attack of the Clones. There's your wraparound window on this side of the box. And there's the side with the artwork. And that's a very nice picture. I like that a lot. On the top, you got nothing. And on the bottom, you got the barcode, all this small print, and some logos. And there's the back. Same picture that's on the side, only bigger. You have a short bio in various languages. Again, she is number 8 in the Attack of the Clones line. And then you have all this stuff down there. And Shaak Ti's bio says, a wise and patient Jedi Master, the Togruta Shaak Ti fought at the Battle of Geonosis and supervised the training of clone cadets on Kamino. All right, I'm going to get Shaak Ti out of this box, and let's take a look at her. And here is Shaak Ti out of the box. And again, she looks amazing. The head sculpt alone is just tremendous. But from the neck down, you have a really nice mix of both cloth and plastic. I think it works well, but let's take a close look at this head sculpt. And this is just beautiful. The eyes look great. The nose and the two-tone color on the lips is very nice. The orange-red skin up against the white skin looks great. I love the little stripes there. But all this gold up here, it's just nicely done. I love this. All this looks good. And this little bit goes up and over and winds up back here. It's kind of shiny, kind of grabs the light. That looks very good. And the leku are nice and bendy. They look great. So they get out of the way. Okay, they're very soft. The top up here looks really good. And back here, yeah, the sculpt and the paint on the leku is just fantastic. I'm impressed. I mean, from the neck up, I think this is great. And from the neck down, again, it's a good mix of both cloth and plastic, but I'll just start with the robe. So it's just a brown robe with some very long sleeves. You got a hood back here that you obviously cannot use, but it's okay. It's just kind of stuffed under here, and you could probably take the robe off if you wanted to. I'm not going to fool with it, but, you know, it's just a robe. And then you have this thing hanging down. So this is plastic, has a very, very nice texture to it, and it's nice and soft. It totally gets out of the way. And then just a brown shirt, and it's the same thing in the back. Okay, just a brown shirt. The belt, a very basic belt. But this here, this is nicely detailed. I mean, this just looks fantastic right here. The colors are nice. It's pretty flexy. Okay, you don't have to worry about this getting in the way. It looks great. And as far as her arms, just some brown arms. Let's get this sleeve up. Arms are just brown. Okay, nothing special. And her hands look good, and the dress looks very nice. I do wish they would make the Jedi robes out of this material. It's very similar to the Tusken Raider robe. I've always loved this material, but they don't use it much. But the dress looks good. The dress is very long, and it does fray very easily at the bottom. I've already trimmed so many strings off the bottom of this thing. Okay, so just be aware. But it does look very nice. And as far as legs, the legs are obviously reused from somebody. You know, they're double jointed, so they're obviously older. The knee itself looks a little bit different from, say, Aura Singh or Aayla Secura. It could just be me. They could be Leia legs. I'm not sure. Comment below if you know for sure. But obviously, you know, the legs are older because they're double jointed, but it's okay. They're totally covered up by the dress. But these boots are new. The boots look fantastic. I love the laces all the way up. Great sculpt. I love the big tread on the bottom. From head to toe, I think this figure's absolutely beautiful. And as far as articulation on Shaak Ti, you do have some very good side-to-side at the head, and the leku, again, are nice and soft. So if you wanted to turn the head all the way to the side, you could just throw one of these leku over the shoulder, and that totally works. She has some excellent tilt as well as some very good up and down. So not bad for arms up. Yeah, they get all the way up to there, and she does have some very good butterfly joints. The arms would go around if she didn't have a robe on. Okay, you can imagine. For elbows, they get a hair past 90, not bad. There's a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist, and up and down hinges on both hands. For midsection, there's some swivel at the belt line, some decent crunch, some outstanding back, and some very, very good side-to-side tilt. For legs up, they get up to there. And let me get this dress out of the way. Sorry, Shaak Ti. Legs go all the way out that far. They go back very far. There is a thigh cut because these legs are older. Okay, so you got some swivel there. double jointed knees that get all the way up, okay? And they also gave her boot swivel, okay? It's obviously new from here down, so boot swivel. And then feet all the way down. They go up that much, and there is some swivel at the ankle. So the articulation on Shaak Ti, I think, is pretty good. I mean, even with these Leku, there's still a lot of range in the head. Butterfly joints, the elbows are not bad, and even having a dress on, you know, she's not a traffic cone by any means. This is nice and soft, so you can get her in some very dynamic poses. I'm happy. And for accessories, here's Shaak Ti's lightsaber, and I think this looks good. I mean, the sculpt is pretty dang near perfect. Here's a picture of her hilt, and it's very close. All the buttons and switches and all the little sculpted goodies are there, but once again, they left some paint out up near the emitter end. There should be a little more black up there. That's kind of a trend lately, but at least it's kind of chrome looking, right? That's a plus. I think overall, the hilt looks fine, and the blade itself, I think, is a pretty good shade of blue. Okay, let me get some light on it. Yeah, it's not bad. I think overall, this hilt looks pretty good. And that's what the saber looks like in the right hand. It's very secure. It's not going to go anywhere. She holds that very well. And I think she holds it very well in the left hand. And you can get two hands on this hilt, no problem. And keeping the saber in two hands, here she is in sort of an action pose. The feet are very far apart. She's pretty stable. I think that looks good. And back to one hand for a second. Here she is in another action pose. Feet are very far apart. That looks good. Oh, and just me handling the figure. The bottom of the dress is starting to fray. And she even looks good with the saber just out here. But before I decide on a pose and stick her on the shelf, I do want to see how lightsaber storage works. So there is a little hole here on this side of the belt, and there's a peg on the saber there that just plugs in. And let's see, it's very tight, which is a good thing. Okay, that looks, yeah, that looks good. It ain't going anywhere. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. But as far as displaying her, I think for now, I'm just going to keep the saber in one hand, because with the saber in two hands, her arms block the Leku, and I do want to show off all this in here. This looks really good, and of course I want this showing. You know, the sleeves do kind of hang down and block part of this. I want all this showing just because it looks so good. So this is how I'm going to have her. So let's go stick Shaak Ti on the shelf, and let's see how she looks there. And there she is on the shelf, and she looks good. She looks really good there. The skin tone really pops. And of course, all the gold detail on her face is just so well done. Even the gold that's around her eyes where the white meets the red, I just love that. I mean, what a striking figure. Very, very happy with Shaak Ti. So bottom line, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this figure, I think. The head sculpt alone is just so well done. So much detail in here. I just love it. The Leku look great. And I think the outfit is pretty spot on, you know, to what we saw in Attack of the Clones and Clone Wars. You know, this is what she looked like. I'm happy, but just like always, I would love to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of Shaak Ti from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, smack like and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I would certainly appreciate it. And something else that I would love for you to consider, and that is joining the channel. It is the 112th Battalion. It's only 99 cents a month. You'll get sneak peeks to upcoming videos, custom emojis and loyalty badges, and even some exclusive members-only content. I would definitely appreciate that. But just like always, thank you all so much for watching. See y'all next time.